Hey, welcome
Good
back.
morning.
Welcome back, and welcome Katie back.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
You lucky ducks.
I know. I do. I feel like this is awesome. I'm excited. Welcome to our weekly live stream where we share all things new in the shop, cross-stitching, quilting, a little bit of life. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Katie, and we're Primrose Cottage.
Yes.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and subscribe to our newsletters. Emily's going to link them. I forgot. We didn't say that last week, and I'm like, Emily is so good about telling you guys to do that stuff.
I'm not.
And
I don't remember.
I'm not. I'm behind the camera when I do stuff. So I'm like, I can remember when I'm like, I'm like, oh, I hope they say this. I hope they do this. And then I'm like here doing it, and I'm like, what? Like my brain can't think. I know what to say.
Before we started, I'm like, oh, what are we talking about today? It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day.
I'm really excited because there's fun things to share in the newsletter, and some things that like happened this morning that I'm excited to share.
Yes.
So
Let us know where you're joining from. Good morning. I love the pink hands. Love seeing that. Good morning from smoky Southern California. Yes, we just want to put out there, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone in California who is being affected by these horrible wildfires. So, and for those who are experiencing extreme weather, wherever you are, I know there's several places that it's experiencing things like that. So,
yeah,
love and prayers. Yes. So, yes, we hope by bringing you guys some cheer, you know, make your day a little bit better. We try and keep things happy and positive and just, I don't know, hopefully entertaining too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel pretty entertained when we do it just because it's like,
yes,
it's fun. I feel like I'm just chit-chatting, and it's really fun to talk with you guys.
Yes, and I really enjoyed reading your comments from last week about you guys picked amazing words of the year, and
that was fun to look
we are missing Mom and Emily again. I wanted to mention Emily is still sick, you guys. She could use some,
and so is Sawyer. They both have been like fever, ear infection, and
it's like it's
I was scared to come.
I know.
I'm like, we better not get hit with this.
You know, me and Emily share an office space, okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, am I going to catch this eventually? Yeah. I don't know.
I hope not.
I hope not,
because it's awful, and I feel really bad for her and Sawyer, and I'm hoping that they'll start feeling better soon.
And then Mom, she actually took a another trip to see Jessie, and so she's actually driving again today. So she, we didn't realize that it was today that she was coming home.
It was our sister's birthday, Jessie.
Yes.
So you can wish her a happy birthday. Let's see, when was her birthday? Last 3rd. Friday, I think. Whatever the 3rd was. And so it was cool. Mom could go up there and be with her.
Yes.
It's crazy. We have January birthdays, so our dad's birthday's on the 12th, too.
Yes. There's lots of January birthdays, I feel like.
I feel bad for those January birthday people. If you have a January birthday, I'm sorry. I feel like you get chipped.
It's so close to Christmas. And, you know, I never thought about that. But Jessie, like, her birthday is so close to Christmas. Like, if you're born in January, do you feel like it's... Yeah, do you feel gypped?
I feel like I would feel... I don't know. And yet, as a parent of a child that had a birthday in January, that would be so hard. I feel bad that Mom had to do that.
Well, yeah.
To figure out, and like you spend all this money usually for Christmas,
and then it's like,
and then you're planning New Year's party stuff, and then it's like a birthday thing because like we're really into like celebrating, and so I feel like it's constantly figuring out a celebration. But someone asked about Emily, like if her vacation was good at Disney and were they healthy. So she was healthy. She actually came home sick. So whatever she had,
like
she got
the last
there.
day they were there, she got sick.
Yeah.
And she has not been well since. It's just been stuck in her system for some reason.
But they did have a great time and had a lot of fun, and I am jealous. I am a Disney lover at heart.
Yes.
I told my
Yes,
husband,
you are.
I am. I'm like one of those adult like fanatics, and that probably ruin it for people. But I love it. And I told my husband, I'm like, I'm ready to go back, because we had bought season passes a couple of years ago and we did it, and my kids got burnt out. They were like, we're done. So I've kind of decided we've done the Disney thing, not doing it again with the kids until I start getting grandkids. But I told my husband, I'm ready
to do an adult trip.
Adult trip.
Yeah.
It is fun to do an adult trip because you're not toting all these kids and making sure they,
Yes.
you need to go to the restroom, go to the restroom. You're hungry, go eat. Like, you're not worrying about everybody else. And so it's
And
fun.
I will point out, because I've done a few Disney adult-only trips in my life, and you can get through the parks so much faster.
Yes, for sure.
Like,
Definitely.
it is just different.
Yeah.
It's different. And I don't know. It's and I think you can enjoy the other things a little bit more, that not just the rides, like the food
Yes.
experiences and things like that.
Totally agree.
So maybe we need to plan
I'm
girls
Remember,
Disney.
we actually did that a couple
Yes.
years ago, and we had so much fun. And I remember we got on the was it the log ride? Like, we got really wet, and
Yeah.
Emily was in the front screaming like a baby. It was hilarious. Okay, Emily, you can chime in if you want. But it was the funniest thing.
Yes.
And she got
Yes.
drenched. Like, we had to go buy her new clothes, I think.
we like seriously got
funny.
very wet. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Splash
there is
Mountain.
some birthdays and anniversaries in January. So happy birthday, happy anniversary, and
49 years of
That's
of
amazing.
marriage.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's just beautiful.
I like, Thelma says, adult only Disney trips are so fun. Cross stitching retreat, ladies. How about a Disney cross stitch retreat? That
Yeah.
would be fun.
And then
But I don't know. I wouldn't cross stitch. I'd just
I
wanna be
wouldn't
at
cross
Disney.
stitch either. We would just have to have like a meet up at Disney or something.
And then Emily, she said she loves Splash Mountain, and they redid the ride. I think it's like Princess and the Frog or something like that. And I know she said it was really fun.
Yeah, it looked
So-
really fun. They got the picture where they snapped the picture of you going down, and her and Sawyer's face was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, Rita has been sick with the flu,
Oh.
and she was at Disney. Spent it in her hotel room. That is horrible.
Between Christmas and New Year's. So Emily, she came home like after Christmas, like the 27th or something like that. It must be floating around there. So maybe take a break. I don't know. But well,
Yeah.
should we talk about the newsletter?
Yeah, let's discuss. Well,
okay.
first of all, what do you? Yeah.
What do you do? Well,
I don't know.
I was just gonna say.
What do you want to talk about?
Firstly, I wanted to just quickly mention Valentine's. So as you can see, we are sold out of some things, but I wanted to let you all know that it's all been on order. Some things are going to start trickling in. So we may not have them exactly in the newsletter, because as soon as they are here, we will list them. So if you are wanting more stuff or need to even order your first order, just watch that daily, our website, because we'll list those as soon as they get here. And then shipping. So with kind of some of the ice storms and things happening, some shipping could be delayed.
And yes, just thank you for your patience.
Yes. We're still getting orders out.
We
as well.
had a huge amount of orders for Valentine's Day, and our ladies here are working so hard, and they're doing such a good job, but it was a huge amount, and so we are still working on that. Plus, there have been delays, and today there is no mail pickup because of former President Jimmy Carter. His services are today, I believe. And so I didn't know this, but they don't do mail when they
Yeah, I didn't know that either until that was brought to our attention yesterday.
when a president passes away. So and then there could be shipping delays depending on your area if you're experiencing extreme weather. So just want to point that out. We are getting through the orders. They're, and I do want to point out floss packs for sure are being restocked. So be sure to pick one up if you didn't get one, because it's a beautiful floss pack.
It is gorgeous, and I love it. So definitely grab one of those. It it is pretty limited quantity too, just because our supply, supply and demand and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And so, but like I told you on the previous Flosstube, we always try to restock our stuff, especially our charts. And so if you do see something out of stock, like you can always shoot us an email and ask when is it going to be in stock, or if you want to request one that you haven't seen in stock for a while because we maybe forgot about it, like just let us know. And I'm happy to get that stuff on order.
Yes.
But
for sure.
I did want to mention really quick too, and I did say this last week, but I put it in the newsletter. Heart and Hand had her Valentine's release. It was the Big Hearted Frill. And the 2025 Collector's Heart. And so they are gorgeous. And they are still on there for pre-order, but I did place the order yesterday. So they'll be getting those all shipped out. So if you guys want them, get it on order.
Question about Little Sheep Virtues. I am patiently waiting for those to arrive because I want to start number 2, which is Love. And that's why I'm like, you guys need to pick up a Valentine's floss pack. I will be using the Valentine's floss pack to stitch the second Sheep Virtue, just so you guys know. So my plan is, with each Sheep Virtue, I'm going to be matching it to something that I have designed using color palettes. So like we have specific color palettes. I will be doing that pretty much going forward. And so I looked last night. I asked the ladies before I left, did we get the package? And no, because I wanted to start it last night, but
it is coming. So
it's coming.
Yeah, it was on order and it's just been delayed. And so I'm thinking I'm hoping it comes today or tomorrow. Yeah. So if you can't, again, that's something you can just kind of keep your eye on. I made a section on our website that says back in stock. So whenever I get like stuff that gets back into the shop, you guys can always click on that section because I try to update it with anything that comes back in the shop. So just FYI on that.
Yes, needing to pick fabric. So I haven't decided if I'm going to stitch the Love one on the blush. I probably will, just because I want it to match all my other Valentine's
that's
things.
Gonna be
so
I
cute.
think
I know, like
I can see it now.
I'm so excited. I'm like, I was so disappointed when it wasn't here yesterday. I'm like, I wanted to start this.
That's gonna be adorable.
So I'm kind of just matching it, like I said, to the seasonal stuff I already have. So like the first 2 that I've done, number 12 and number 1, I did on 27 count light taupe. And I feel like it's a great color for that. The white for the sheep shows up nicely.
Yeah, I would agree. Seeing it in person, it looks fantastic on that cloth as well.
The Hope color conversion readily available.
Yeah, she has it on her Instagram.
I have it on my Instagram
and Facebook group.
I haven't posted it. I have not posted it on my Instagram.
Oh,
the Hope one. But I will just.
What one did you put? What was that one? Was
the first one was.
What was that called?
Joyful.
Oh, Joyfulness. Yeah.
Joyfulness was number 12, and I have that listed on my Instagram because it's fully finished. I need to fully finish the Hope. I want to keep, like, I don't want to fall behind on my finishing because I don't want to end up with a huge, I already have a bunch of stuff that I haven't finished and it's just sitting there. Is it ever going to get finished? I don't know.
You know what?
It's so hard.
I have the same thing. I have a pile and I started something and I'll show you guys later. And I kind of was thinking, I was like, am I going to fully finish this? And I'm like, it's okay. It's the joy of stitching, which we've talked about several times. Yes. And I just really enjoy just the joy of stitching it. But I kind of am like, I'm really trying, like last week when we talked about our words, the balance. I also was thinking of that with my cross stitching. Like, I really want to be intentional with some of my stuff that I'm stitching and doing.
Yes.
And I
think that's fantastic.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. This last week I tried to do a lot of stitching. It was enjoyable.
Yes. Emily is telling me to finish my flags on the 4th. Yes, I need to finish those.
Like fully finish those. That would probably be a good idea.
I have stitched so many flags, you guys, and they're all sitting here in the bin. Will you be getting more of the floss for winter
Yes,
forest.
it is coming.
I'm like, what is that?
That
Okay,
is the drum. Yes, the drum Winter Forest, which she took. You guys, look how beautiful this Valentine display
Even though
is.
Emily is sick, she has been working, and she came in and did this for us this morning.
I think it is so cute, and we just have to admire it because that was again in the newsletter. Valentine stuff, shop the season. You'll see winter and Valentine's in there, and
if you have questions on specific pieces of what they are, let us know, and I can tell you about it.
Well, I just have to say, so yesterday when I was at, or whatever day it was, I was adding all this and making sure it was in the right section. I was like, don't you have a PDF home?
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, and it wasn't listed. So guess what? It's like a brand new chart for you guys.
And I want
on our website.
I want to stitch this. I'm going to print it off and put it in my stuff. But this is the
Be Mine Home.
Yes, Be Mine Home.
Yep.
You guys, look at how cute that is.
It's adorable.
So freaking adorable.
I think that's so cute. I love that. And then when I was sitting here admiring her display, I also was this little house right here, which is the All Things Grow with Love chart.
Yes.
And I just love that. And I just noticed, look at how your door is a different color, because I don't think we finalized colors before you stitched that.
No. I designed this cute little mini. We had a stitching day several years ago with Christy, Java Girl, and Anna. And I was like, I want to design a cute little piece for everyone. And I brought that, and so it might be a little bit different than what's in the pattern, but it's super cute.
And I love, that's the 12 monthly mini.
Yes.
And that is so cute.
Yes.
Like seeing it in person, like actually let's just show this one too. It's, I know on camera, I feel like it does pretty well with colors.
Mm-hmm.
And Emily, she can even tune in on that since she's on the back end of it as well. But, like in person, it doesn't, it's like,
those are just so cute and fun.
I love it.
I want to stitch those.
I do. So I've tried to, I've stitched a couple of them.
I've stitched 2, I think, so far. And so over the weekend, I cleaned my garage, and part of that is I have, I went through all of my cross stitching and crafting supplies.
Wow.
And I have...
What did you find?
A lot. I have a lot of cloth. Like, I have a lot of just cloth that I've collected.
Did you have blush?
I did. I had a whole fat quarter.
Wow.
I had a whole fat... and I was glad because we're sold out.
Yeah, because we didn't even have the blush to work on, so we were going through our own stashes as well to be like, I was trying to find any scrap I could.
I'm like, it's a New Year's miracle. I have some blush. So, no, I found a whole fat quarter of blush in my stash, and I don't know where I was going with it. Oh, I have kitted the monthly minis, and I was like, oh, I should get this out and put it into my rotation, and I found a lot of stuff.
That's awesome.
I have a whole bin in there that I brought of charts, other designer charts.
Ooh, I might have to go through it. Because it's funny because we have done that. Like, there's times I feel like me and Emily would go through there was one time we were at her house. We went through her stuff, and I just took stuff. Yeah. She didn't even know it was missing. I just took it. I didn't even ask.
I brought, so it's kind of a running joke. I have so much stash, and my intention is like, gosh, I just felt like I needed to clean my garage, you guys. And as a single woman, I have never cleaned a garage, okay? And so I felt so accomplished doing this on my own. I went through every bin. I swept it out. My hands were sore because lifting all these heavy, and I'm like, how do we accumulate so much stuff? But anyway, I found all of my fabric, brought it in. I have bundle upon bundle upon bundle. And so we will be putting that in the new store, a lot of it, because I just don't feel the need to hold on to it. It's okay. I'll let somebody else enjoy it. So it's...
I'm excited.
You might need to go through it and decide if you want anything.
I will be because I made something, and I will show you guys later.
It's so cute.
It's out of a line that was last year.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I doubt you can find it anymore. So I might steal it if it's still there, because I'd love to make a quilt out of it. But
I know it's like I have a lot of fabric treasures. I've been collecting fabric since 2012, and I have...
How many bins did you have?
I don't even know.
This is making me laugh. Nancy said, "You're a true sister taking other things up."
And it's okay. I will never
We're a
know
family.
what they took because I don't know, like, you know, we collect things and then we don't know they're missing.
There is one thing that there's two patterns, but I can't remember the name of them because I just went through, like I told you guys last time, I went through all my stash that I had, and there's two patterns I want to stitch that I did steal from your stash.
Oh.
I'll bring them sometime.
Oh, I'm excited.
So I'll have to, I actually was thinking I should start one of them because it would be small and easy.
I have quite the stash. I no longer. I really clean things out, and like you said, I'm being very intentional, and so, but I kept all of my cross stitch, pretty much all of my cross stitch stuff, and I was trying to like figure out how to organize it in a better way. And my cousin Janae, she found a tall, skinny dresser.
Okay.
And she's like been organizing her stuff in that, and I'm like, maybe that's what I need, like, because then you can have like drawers that close so that things aren't getting dusty, and like,
yeah,
because they're, you know, it's a collection, and yeah, but
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
I've run out of space.
Well, that's how I felt with my garage. I'm like, I can barely park in my garage. I can barely get my car in here. And I'm like, it's driving me insane. It's driving me insane. And so I took a huge donation load to our local donation center. And I donated some good stuff, I feel like.
I think the people are going to be excited to go there. So I guess if you're ever in the area, go hit up the Goodwills or donation places we have around here. I don't know which ones we have.
The new year, like, there's like a sense of like needing to clean out the old to bring in the new, and that's what I was feeling. And it took me I started like Thursday night, and I took Friday off, and that's what I did all day Friday. And I encourage you guys. It felt wonderful. I was like, wow, I'm gonna keep my garage clean all year. That's my goal.
Yeah, I love that. And here's a little tip. What I do is every year I get a box, a big box, huge, and I sit it in my garage. And because so at my house, we have 5 of us living there. One is already moved on. Like he moved out. Like, and so
sorry.
Like stuff starts, you know, getting huge, and I'm like, kids will say, hey, this doesn't fit any more of this. I'm like, okay, donate it. So I have a box that's designated for donation. And so anytime, and then once it gets full, I take it to the donation center, although it might sit in the car for, you know, weeks, but then eventually it gets there. It gets
there eventually.
So it's something that has saved me, so I don't have like just junk piles accumulating all throughout the house where it's just one spot and they just know it's the box out in the garage. Like they can just throw it in there.
I love that because
so
I tend to accumulate. I'm a pile maker. Like Emily has told me I am a pile maker. I just start putting things in piles because I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Here's a pile.
Yeah. I've had the same, like, I've wanted to do the same thing. In fact, the other night I was like, it's that time again to go through. I try to go through like a room or a closet and just go through and start doing stuff. And I kind of do it it's a once a year kind of thing for me.
Yes.
And I'm ready to do it again. And every year I get rid of more and more, but then somehow it just accumulates. I don't know how that happens, but
it is. We just accumulate a lot over the year.
So
yes.
I wish I could figure out how to choose too. It's hard.
It is hard. And that's why I brought in all my fabric because I knew we wanted to put some of the bundles, like I was like, we can put these in the shop. But like my cross stitch, I still need to actually organize it. I just put it all in, you know, a few bins, and I need to go back in and like find a good system of organizing it.
Yeah.
So
there's a few more. We got off on a tangent, and I love it. So there's a few things that we can talk about too that were in the newsletter and not in the newsletter.
Okay, what do you want to do next?
So you know how we talked about doing an ornament of the month. So Mom is in love with Not Forgotten Farm and the little like critters, and this one's not a critter, but it's Mr. Frost, and she is going to start this month. It's so adorable. So we have these in stock. I hope they're still in stock right now. If not, I can order more. And we also did a floss pack for that as well. So Mom, we saved her one of these and a floss pack, and she's going to get that started. So if you want to join her this month, that's what she's going to be stitching.
We got to pick the next one.
I know. So who's it going to be? Are you, me,
I don't
Emily,
know. I don't
Jessie?
know.
Mom, and again, she's really fast. So this was not in the newsletter, but we
just got an email this morning.
Yeah. So
you can talk about it.
okay, so
Like
you guys know
talk about it.
Nashville is one of our favorite times, and although we're not going to go and, be there as exhibitors, we are going to go as buyers. And I'm excited because guess what, guys? We are still doing the Nashville cookbook. So announcement, we have a chart and a recipe that's going to be in the cookbook, you guys. This is their new cover. This is the 2025 Nashville cookbook. You can pre-order today if you would like. But do not put anything else in your cart because this is not shipping until March. Like I'm talking end of March, okay?
Yes.
So I know it's early. But we will have to have our orders in by a certain date, and I can't remember what that is. But you can order this, and you are not going to want to miss the chart. Again, we say it every year.
I do want to point out, this was the one from this last year, and we have some in the shop that we just listed. We had a little hoard that we have had.
Yes.
And so if you did not by chance, I don't know how you didn't get a cookbook.
Yeah.
But if you didn't get a cookbook from 2024, we have some in the shop. And
let's see the chart. Can we show what you did? We can if I go like this.
Yes. And I want to point out the recipe. We'll talk more about the stuff, our submission we did for this year later. But it is another family recipe, and this one is one from my mom. So I think it's one you're going to love. Yeah. And we will be talking about that more in the future episodes. So yeah, and I encourage you guys, it's a great thing to buy because you're getting awesome recipes, but you're getting so many charts. So like your bang for your buck is there. I'm just gonna put it out there.
It totally is. And someone I look forward to every year for their design. Any guesses? Let's
Shepherd's Bush.
Yes, you nailed it. I haven't stitched one of their charts yet, but I love their work. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And
Emily guessed Shepherd's Bush too.
Because you guys, it's just they're so cute. And I think the book alone, I'd buy it just for their chart.
Someone asked, is the recipe Sprite eggnog?
No. Absolutely not.
And then Nancy made the white chicken chili.
That sounds delicious.
I am so happy. In fact, I need to make that soon. That sounds really yummy. Will we have charts releasing at Nashville, if not presenting? So, we're not exhibiting, so we're not releasing Nashville charts, but we have a release, we're releasing monthly this year, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
you will see something, but it's not like Nashville.
Yeah.
And so it will be just like our Valentine, Christmas. It will be released. You'll be able to order it, and
yeah.
So I'm really excited with what you're gonna see and some fun goodies that are going. Oh
yes.
I'm thrilled. I can't wait. So
yes, we have some really fun things in the works this year.
Yes. So. Okay, so then we had bundles.
We had some bundles.
Yes, and you guys, these are just lovely.
Yes.
Valentine all the way.
This one comes from a line, Hollyhocks and Roses by Bunny Hill, which I'm a fan of Bunny Hill. They always have really romantic feminine lines that are just delightful. And I picked the cream and reds out of that fabric line and pink. So this gingham is a red with pink. So cute. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. And then we have like the micro like rose bouquets with some dots. And then we have the larger rose. And then look at this cutie. It's a little bird. They're going all directions. They're so cute.
I just think it's adorable. And I think it's great for some cross stitch finishing because it has the smaller prints, and so
yes.
So cute.
And I love because it's like a more reddish pink. Like it's a deep, I don't know. I love it. I love this tone of red. So that was one of the bundles. So that is available. And then we have a Lella Boutique bundle that Emily curated this one. So it's 9 pieces out of her new line, Love Blooms. Thank you. So we have this fun arrow piece.
I just think that is so cute.
The check, which is super in right now. I love that. And then, of course, her floral that she's known for. This is something that you just know that's Lella's floral, in my opinion. This is like it reminds me of a a word search.
Yeah.
So cute.
It says love.
Yeah.
And the heart is the O. So cute.
And
right?
then, yes.
Or no, actually, sorry to interrupt the bundle thing. I wanted to look at
There's
this.
a heart between
In
each letter.
So cute. I mean,
yes.
I want both of these.
And then another floral. This one is super cute with the white. Her magic dot, which I love. Can't go wrong with a dot, in my opinion.
And then the white with the word love.
Yes.
So cute.
And then the red. So 9 pieces. This is great for cross stitch or quilting.
Yeah. I love it. And so I want to show it really quick. Can I show my maid?
Yeah.
You guys, I'm on the thread catcher thing.
Again?
We have yeah. And so every season, and I didn't have like any Valentine fabric. So I don't know about you guys, but I'd pick that up. So even if I use it for next year, but
Yes.
those would be great. I made a little thread catcher, and it's not out of that fabric, but they're really fun and easy, and great to make as little gifts. And so those bundles, I think, would be perfect. There's so many coordinating fabrics with each one
And
that you could
you
do.
can't have enough of those little. I have one, and I have it sitting on my little table next to my stitching chair, and I put my thread in there, and I put little pieces of garbage in there.
Yeah, I actually do too. So I made 2 of these for myself, and normal. And Emily can link the little snap tool. But so this is what it looks like if you haven't seen it before. And Mom had a little tutorial on this as well.
Yes, we have a YouTube video on how to make a basket.
So there's the basket, and then I was gonna show you for my Christmas one that I did. I have my floss in here, and I fold it and do it like that.
That's nice.
And so that's
I need to do that.
what I do as well.
I finally went through my Christmas stuff, my Christmas stitching, and I weeded through it and got it organized so it's not a huge pile of mess, because it was.
Charlotte is asking about the snaps. So I noticed that I just I don't know, I just really clamped down on that, and I know that might be kind of hard, so I don't know if someone can, it's hard because it's not like I can go harder.
You can't hear if it went or not.
And so I don't know, I just make sure I push it all the way down if I can. I know that might be hard for some people with their hands. If you have someone else that might be able to do it for you, that might be a good idea too.
Yeah.
Also, when I do it, because you have the little piece and it has a little pokey piece for each snap that you're putting on. And I make sure all the fabric is clear of that. And in the little tool set you get, there's a flathead screwdriver kind of. And I will go around the fabric and make sure that is all compressed down around that. And then put the other piece on, and then I do the snap. So I have not had a problem with mine falling off.
I haven't either.
And I do that with every single one. I will tell you, I made 6 of those. and my hands hurt after.
Yeah.
For sure. And so, I also, so in the newsletter, just so you guys know, if you did not see the Free Stitch Friday last week, I left it in the newsletter, and this is what it was if you missed it last week. It was the Winter Wonderland.
And so many of you have stitched and finished this, and Katie,
I'll show my finish.
she brought hers. She
I did.
finished.
And I just love it. And we used cottage garden threads, which are just beautiful. I love those. Oh, and look, Emily did print off. I got here this morning right before Flosstube, guys. So sorry,
Yes.
I do feel like we're all over, but I feel like I'm jumping everywhere. But here's
That's
the heart,
okay.
the collector's heart, and
Yes, here.
and the frill. And this goes with the big hearted Tiny Town, which I believe we're out of stock, but I do have those coming on the Hoffman order. That's our distributor. So I'm hoping we see that today.
Mm-hmm. I think we will.
So
We're going to.
Yeah, I know we are. Should we just dive into
Yeah.
our whips and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, how about I just start right now?
Okay.
So I showed this last week. I'm just gonna take over.
No.
So I need to get more of these on order because you guys sold us out of these again. Merry Little Christmas.
Isn't that so cute?
Someone asked about the button. So I have not checked my email this morning, but I emailed to see if we can get these. And if we can, then I will let you guys know because I would love to add them also to my stitch. And this is my progress.
Oh wow, you're
almost done.
done.
Yeah, and I am off a stitch, you guys, and that's okay.
That is okay.
And I'm just,
No one knows.
No,
except everyone knows now.
Everyone knows now, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. And I kind of thought too, like everything is really spaced out on this pattern. And so I honestly just think it will be okay. I do. I felt like it was okay.
It's not like it's not gonna throw things off.
I did use our Christmas, or not Christmas, but the Cocoa, Quaker, and Quilt and Christmas Magic floss pack. You can use either one of those. Also, just FYI, those are gonna be, they should be here sometime this month. So.
And I'm just gonna put it out there. I love that color palette.
I do too. It's beautiful.
I will continue stitching my Christmas stuff in that palette.
Yeah.
So, it's a great one.
100%.
It's a great one.
So, do you want to show something now?
Well, I'll show. Mom surprised us all. So she actually, before Christmas, she was in Chicago and she called me and she's like, "Can you ship this to Jessica?" I was like, "Yeah." So I picked out the fabrics, and she had us bags made from Como Stitches. And I knew what our Valentine release was going to look like. So obviously I picked fabrics that I felt like was going to match it. And so we got these. So thank you, Mom, for doing that. And Jessica, it's delightful.
Yes,
So,
I love it. It's so cute.
okay. So I just have 3 little starts, I guess I should say. But I started the Winter Wonderland and I decided to stitch it on 27 light taupe. I don't know.
Which one is this? Sorry.
This
I was
Winter
spacing
Wonderland. I started mine. But I'm stitching it on light taupe.
I love that.
I saw a few people stitch theirs on like Country Mocha and I really loved how it looked.
Yes, I did see that too. It was gorgeous.
It's a small start, but a start nonetheless.
I love it.
So
okay, you want me to show the next thing? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, there is a stitch along going on with this right now.
Oh yeah.
And Emily might be able to find it and use the hashtag. If not, I know Anna wrote and Java Girl Christy are doing this stitch along. It's This Is the Day. So I decided to put in some stitches last night, and it's not like a huge thing. It was 1 strand floss. Okay, that's all I did. One
hey,
strand.
that's okay. That's
did
okay.
one strand.
It's some progress.
And Emily's bit, she has shown, I know we both have shown these recently. But I am in love. So I'm stitching mine, and I think Emily is too, on 28 count mushroom. I am doing the called for, and I did the fill in on this flower. And
Fabulous.
So I did 1 strand of that last night.
Here, let's show it in all of its glory.
So I'm really excited about this. I think it's so pretty. And
well, I remember in our girls' weekend, Did you start it on our girls' weekend?
Yeah, I did. I did start it on the girls' weekend. Mother's Day weekend is when I started it. So, I don't know if there's like a schedule for the stitch along. I'm not really sure how that's working. I'm just gonna kind of I'm just gonna start. I thought I would just start putting some stitches in it.
As I was cleaning out my garage, I did find my project bag of that. So
okay, so Emily can have some floss.
Yeah,
I had bought my floss separately, but I wanted to like for people. I've showed this before, but I gotta show people. So I have a hard time with the black and white charts, and also when they come in pages. So I made a working copy, and I'll just show you kind of the back of it. But this is the old school way. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a working copy, and I taped it. And
so how do you like?
I cut
put
and
that
taped.
on your
stand. You don't. You
okay,
don't.
So
it's not easy. Okay.
just imagine. Here's my map.
You guys, I have a very needy dog at home too. So last night I'm sitting there, and this is sitting next to me. Okay. She puts her little fanny right on it. I was so annoyed. I was like, dog, I love you, but come on, like, give me some space here.
I mean, that's like a whole like accordion style map.
Okay.
Like,
So
you need a custom stand to have that on there.
So the reason I did this is because I was having a hard time, like, where do these pages join?
Yes.
And so I will still work off of my iPad. And then this is kind of to help me to make sure I join those pages correctly. So that's kind of why I did that.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people do this. I know Mom still does it. Well, maybe not, because I know she does a lot with her iPad.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys want to join, there's some.
I guess I've just never done a pattern big enough to have to tape my pages together.
I started another one. I'll show you guys too. That I
Yeah,
have
I
to.
think
I'm
that's
gonna be
awesome.
taping. I gotta make a working copy. So, oh, okay. Why don't you show us another one?
So I did start. I know it's a little start, but my first Valentine's one that I picked to start is the Home Sweet Home.
I love that one.
So this is the one I'm going to be stitching for this season.
I love that.
And I just started the house. That's
so cute.
all I got through last night. But I wanted to try the 20 count Ada. But it is very small. And I was like, I don't know. So and then I found my 32 count blush, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna use the 32 count blush. And my sweet spot for cloth, I really wish they made a 25 count blush, in my opinion, because I love stitching on 25 or 27.
I agree. I wish they would
wish. So whoever makes this, like,
Zyguard,
can we all write them and say, can you make a 25 count Lugana in the blush? Because
that would be fabulous. And even the 14.
Not to say, because I know I have my models, a lot of it is stitched on 32 because I like the look of it. It's a little bit more dense, and I like the look of it. But like my sweet spot stitching is 25 count because it just goes faster to me. But anyway, so that was my other start.
Okay, guys. I started something last night, and I showed this last week. It's Wisdom, Teresa Koga, and I actually started it. I am not doing, you guys, I'm not following her color.
Oh,
but last week it did that, and when I rewatched it, because I wanted to, you miss comments, and I like to read what people say. I'm like Mom. I like to read what you guys have to say. It's fun.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and it didn't show the blackout when we did the rewatch.
Really? So did we
I found that
even black
bizarre.
out?
I don't know.
Or was it just on our end?
I have no idea.
Interesting. Did it even happen? I don't know.
Good question. So Wisdom by Teresa Koga, and what I decided, first I picked 36 count flax. I put that in the hoop about 5 times last night, and I said, absolutely not, this is way too large. So I grabbed my Christmas bag, which had 32 count light taupe. So I grabbed the huge fat quarter of 32 count light taupe I had. Then picking floss, because I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pick floss? I don't want to go find the floss. That was number one.
That's my biggest thing.
I did not want to go find the floss. So I said, what floss pack can I grab that I have in my stash which I grab all the floss packs, you guys, because my intention is to stitch everything Lindsay designs because it's beautiful.
Thank
We
you.
talked about that last time. I got to do everything she does. So guess what I picked? Okay, the floss pack, and it was 2 different ones. I did beautiful things. So Emily, she can link this if you want to see the pattern. We should have grabbed them. And beautiful things, and then the A Mother Is that what it's called?
Yes.
And it's all in the back. Actually, here, I'll take it out.
I love this color palette. It's a favorite of mine, I'm not gonna lie.
So I combined both of those. And here is the floss. I may not have enough, okay? I don't know all the colors.
We still have some of that in stock, so maybe you should grab an extra pack just in case.
Maybe I will.
Okay.
Although Emily unlisted it so someone doesn't take it. I don't know. So I don't know, when I say I don't know if I'm gonna have enough, is I don't know if I picked, like, how many, okay, I didn't put the back of the paper. I don't know how many colors go in this chart. And so I picked this, and then another floss pack that I grabbed a floss from, which it's not, where did I put it? Was from our Primrose Favorites Primitive Spring, okay? So there is maybe a couple of colors I might grab out of that, but let me show you the color.
I love this color.
Yeah, I love this color too, so I'm gonna I'll put it in there with it. It's
delightful.
called Saint Bernard.
That matches perfectly.
It's like a bluish color.
It very much belongs in that.
Yeah, I thought so. I did. And so don't ask me for a color conversion, you guys. That's the color conversion. You could ask, but I'm telling you, it's those floss packs, okay? That's what I'm using. And I will try to match, like if it shows a red, I'll do the cherry cobbler. If it shows the pink, I'm gonna do Tennessee red clay. That's what I'm gonna do. So this was my start.
And I feel like you got a good start.
I did. So here's it's a little less than a fat quarter because I think I cut some of it for one of those Christmas ones. So I feel like that is kind of hard to see on camera, but it is in person. I feel like you can see that.
Oh yeah, I love it on that. It's very, I like it. I like it a lot.
I do too.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So I think
A lot.
I was like, wow, I just love that color, you guys. It's
I
beautiful.
Do too. I do too.
It's so pretty.
I almost need to stitch a Quaker in that color.
Ooh, that'd be so
what
pretty.
Quaker do we do in that color? It's so beautiful.
An Easter Quaker.
Ooh, Easter Quaker. Oh, that's an idea.
I'm like a spring, but we have spring.
Yeah. You could do the spring Quaker.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could pick any color you want for your Quakers.
Quaker.
So, okay, so yeah, that's it, guys. If you want to start it, if you want to do it with me, that's what I'm doing. I can't tell you. I'm not going to do a
Can I look at the pattern again?
You sure can. You want to see how big it is?
I know. I was like, if you...
Oh, this is I was going to tell you, this is I need a working copy because they are sheets of paper.
Okay, I want to look at the stitch count on... Oh, wait.
It is on... It's huge. It's 181 by 159. This is going to be...
It's 100 stitches too big for me, but this is 181 by 159. Last night as I was looking at this, I was like, okay, what's the stitch count? What's the stitch count on this? And I was like, 90. 90? Can I commit to a 90 stitch count? I am.
I'm not going to lie. When I read that, I'm terrified. I am absolutely terrified. I second guessed everything when I started it last night.
I want to hear your guys's like favorite stitch count size. Like, what do you reach for the most? I want to hear.
I'm going to tell you point blank for me.
Mine's like 20 by 20. I'm just kidding.
I seriously, like, I really, if I want quick gratification, it's going to be like these smaller ones. Yes. This is 77 by 77.
Okay, I'm not, sorry, I worded that wrong.
Stitch count.
Stitch count, like the size of the chart.
Yes.
The size of the chart. So like, how big of a chart? Like 100 stitches by 100 stitches? Or 40 stitches by 40 stitches? Like what do you...
49 by 69. 112 by 1 by 50. So these are just to give you guys some ideas of what 90 by 59.
Allison, 200?
No,
200.
I'm like how. So you guys, the ornament of the
size
month
doesn't matter.
34 by 58 is this one.
Okay.
I'm a very much a quick gratification person, you guys.
Did you say what this one was?
Yeah, 34. It's on the front. It's 34 by 50. That's more your style.
This is my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'm more like,
I love it.
I have very few patterns that are over 100 stitches. Very few.
You know, everyone's doing their whip parades, guys. And actually, I saw Jess Como Stitches. She's doing hers, I think, on Saturday. I saw her post that, I think, this morning, or maybe it was yesterday. I have these large charts. I think I have, this is the day.
And you finished This Is the Day.
No,
or
that's the one.
I mean, you finished Winter Rose Manor.
Yes, but that one's done. Now I have this one, and then the other one I have is, Emily, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it's called Americana Red, I think. Those are like, so right now, whips, those are the only 3 I have that are large. I don't think I'll be taking another one on my plate for a while. I love that, Allison. So the size doesn't matter. That's hilarious.
I love to sew. Biggest is 333.
Oh my. Wow.
Like how?
Okay, it's a fox and rabbit. Okay.
Real comfort, 300 by 300.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That makes me nauseous inside.
How? Like, I don't know. Okay, so this is where I think, I was thinking about this when I did that. And I feel like stitching, like, I know that we might seem like we know what we're doing. Like, because I feel like we do, like, but I also, these large, like, some of these larger, like the Plum Street and probably Fox and Rabbit and some of these larger one, like people that do these enormous trees, like, they're enormous, they're huge, and I don't know if it's my confidence, like, I'm not sure what stops me from it. Like, I mean, I'm doing it, but
what stops me is I know I will never finish. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah.
I will not finish. Like I must have a block that's like it's too much.
Just said it would take her 7 years. I'd probably double that.
Yeah, like
oh.
And I'm interested to know the biggest piece we have all stitched and finished. Mine is Halloween letters. Emily, what's the stitch count on that? That is my biggest one I've ever done.
That's large.
I know.
That's over 100.
It better be.
It is.
It better be.
And then, I mean, the Salem.
The Apothecary.
Yeah, that's a large one, too.
I guess it's not super dense in stitching. So I think that makes a difference, too. Like, if it is big and it's dense, like, that is even crazier to me.
I, want to find out now.
Yeah.
And because
Emily said her biggest one Halloween letters is 124 by 120.
Wow, that is large. Large and in charge.
Look at me. I feel accomplished. Okay. Yes, sorry.
I'm like, I want to have a little we got a family thing and see what is large. The other 2 I finished, I forget, is the Hive Rolls, which Emily and Jessie have finished that.
And you finished it.
And I finished it. I just need to
Wow,
melt
all of
mine.
you have stitched that?
Yes, we have.
That is delightful.
In fact,
and Mom has stitched it.
Yeah, you want to know?
I'm the only one that hasn't
well, you have the model. Like, you have the model. If you want. But so I was thinking, I was like, Lindsay, what bees are we having this year, guys? And I was already thinking about my thread catcher. I need to make a jewelry box, you guys. I need a Valentine jewelry box. I'm behind on Valentine's.
It's funny you mention the bees because I have been thinking about the bees and I will release something with bees this year. I think it's a goal of mine to always release something with bees. And things have been floating in my mind. And I'm also on the last Outlander book, and the name of the book is called Tell the Bees That I'm Gone. And she raises bees in this book, and it just has touched me in a different way. Like, that bees are so, like, they are just incredible creatures. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay, I will be putting out a bee pattern this year. It's not designed yet. But it will. But
I will say, I've seen some bees floating around and other stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
welcome to the North
yeah,
Pole. I think that is the largest piece I've designed.
It probably, that probably is.
Would everyone agree with that? I think so.
The other one I did of yours, which is not like fully finished, is the Christmas rules. I did finish that.
And the saving grace with the rules is it's narrow and it's not dense.
Yeah.
It's not super dense because it's a lot of words, and so I feel like it's super,
Janet, I will blindly order any chart you design. Take my money.
Thank you.
I agree. I do too. I'm like, yeah, just tell me. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to show my finishes of the Winter Wonderland. So I showed this last week and I fully finished it with our kit. And I used the gray petite dot. And all the floss is the same, and I was able to finish that. And the tutorial, if Emily wants to link, I don't know if people are asking about that because you didn't make one, but we have a tutorial that basically does this. And I think it was the I would rather be stitching is what I followed.
Okay.
Pillow is how I finished that. And then I'm excited to show you this cute little thing. I was so inspired by seeing, and then Lindsay mentioned last week, in the Sip and Stitch box, there is a little freebie pattern that she offered on the back of our instruction sheet, and it was warm winter stitches, and I did it in the color palette.
We need to get that a close up.
I did that, and I did it with the same cloth, and I finished it yesterday. So
look how cute.
There it is. Look how it's like a little Tootsie Roll. Like, it's so cute. I love it, you guys. I love how it turned out. I just love how tiny it is. It's so cute.
I love it.
So I did that with the same floss pack. The only thing is the scissors. I wish I would have done the floss in there, but I had my Christmas stuff there too, and I grabbed the black, not thinking I could just use the. So
I think it looks great.
I do too. I love it. But so the needle is the 844 that was in there. You could do that with the scissors if you wanted to copy what I had. I used I think it's called Rusted Black, and it was in the Cocoa Quaker or Christmas Magic in that floss pack. So there's that.
And I have a start and a finish. I don't know how I'm going to actually fully finish this, but we talked last week about our word of the year, and I'm like, I want to stitch my word so I can put it on my desk so I can look at it all year long.
And I am so proud of you that you did that.
Yeah,
I love it.
I picked strength, and I talked about it last Flosstube. I'm working on my physical strength, and I think what goes with that is self-discipline. Is really I saw this really interesting thing, and I wanted to share it with you guys, is like, you can do all sorts of things to change your body and get procedures done, but you cannot fake muscle. Like, you can't just go and get muscle put in your body, if that makes sense. It takes hard work and discipline and consistency, and I think behind the strength is self-discipline and consistency, and it's something that I'm like been super passionate about. I'm learning how to be more confident in my body, and I want to strengthen my physical body. So that is my word, and it has a lot of meaning behind it, and so I'm excited to finish it. I don't know.
I love that.
It's gotta be small enough.
I think you should do something like what I just did.
Well, that's
do
what
do the Tootsie Roll.
Do the Tootsie Roll. Do the Tootsie Roll. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what I need to do, because it's just thin and it's narrow.
And you said you wanted it to sit at your desk, and I feel like it is small enough. Like, you wouldn't even have to add this. Like, you could just do just the word like that.
Yes.
And I think it would work. Perfect.
So I did that, and I used my Valentine's Day alphabet to stitch my word. And I used the blush and the floss from our floss pack. I used the what color is that called? The water lily.
I love that pink.
So I do too. It's delightful.
I do want to mention, so if she finishes it this way, or if you guys do, I was like gonna be creative. I'm like, I want the patch on the back. I didn't patch this yet. I wanted it off to the side. Now with the longer thing, it was a lot harder to stuff and make this look.
Well, how did you get it to stuff good over here?
I don't know. you guys, it took me longer to stuff this than to sew it.
I believe you.
And actually, let me just touch base on that.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people are like, not just us, but I've seen on our Facebook group that people are like, how do you get your pillows to look so well? I will tell you right now, as much as it is to sew it and to make it look good that way, it's about the stuffing.
Yes.
It is truly, and what you're going to want to do. So we do a polyfill and poly pellets.
Yeah.
And I love the poly pellets for the weight, so it's not going to flop over like it. I like to add the weight for it to sit on its own.
And it doesn't let your pillow look lumpy.
Yes.
If you just use all polyfill, I feel like you get lumpy bumpies in your pillow.
Yep.
Because the polyfill, I like to put towards the front, so it gives a very, like, evenness in your pillow, and then you backfill with the polyfill.
Yeah, which this is not like that because I was having a terrible time filling this. So all the poly is down here.
I noticed when I grabbed it, I'm like, oh, this is not balanced,
It's
Katie.
not. And so this was not. So put the hole in the middle if you're gonna do a Tootsie Roll. Sorry, you guys. But I also, so the polyfill.
I love the Tootsie Roll.
If I had some polyfill here, you're gonna grab a handful and you are breaking it in pieces and then stuff those corners. Okay,
Yes.
stuff the corners. Then what I like to do, and Lindsay taught, like I've seen her do it, is like when it's done, this one I was like kind of rolling and smashing and fumbling until it looked the way I wanted it to look. And so the fill is just as important as the sewing part, in my opinion.
Take your time, make it look good. You spent a lot of time stitching that piece. Spend the time to finish it off great.
Yep. I 100% believe that.
I wish I had one of those Build-A-Bear stuffing machines.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be fabulous.
We need that here.
I was just going to say, can we get one of those?
I know, seriously. Seriously.
Because they are so, that just makes sense.
It is perfect, yeah. And they make them as loose or as stuffed as they want there.
Yeah, I love that.
So,
that's it for my stitching.
That's it for my stitching as well. So I guess we can move on to quilting. We have some fun things that are going to be in quilting.
Yes. The bundles will be in the quilting newsletter.
Yeah.
And then we did a restock
The Valentine
of
gingham.
the Valentine gingham.
Yeah.
So those sold out the first day. Emily found another bolt, so we were able to make some more. So pick one of those up. And then tomorrow is Free Pattern Friday for quilting, and the pattern this month is called Sweet as Sugar.
I love that. And we added some more kits for that.
Yes.
So here you go.
Here it is.
This is beautiful. It matches the Valentine stuff, like
yes,
spot
it
on.
does. Look how cute that is, you guys.
I love this.
It's like a little cute scallopy border. We have some pinwheels and cute stars. We used just a delightful line. I guess I could stand up still because we're going to show this too.
You can sit, stand.
Okay. So, yes. So, we did restock. We have some extra patterns, or kits, excuse me. Pattern will be emailed tomorrow morning.
And this line, isn't it Sandy Gervais?
Sandy Gervais.
You and me?
I don't know the name of it. Emily, if you know the name.
I think it tells in the kit description. But I love that. It is gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then tomorrow we have, I am obsessed, you guys.
Yes. This screams Valentine's.
This is the epitome of Valentine's Day. We use
the candy hearts. Look at that.
I don't remember what line of fabric this is. Emily, if you want to chime in, I don't remember, but all pink, red, and white. Like, you need this in your life for your Valentine's Day snuggling. There's so many good prints in this.
I love it. It just, to me, this is Valentine's through and through. Those hearts, conversation hearts.
Yes.
I don't like eating those things whatsoever.
I will not eat a conversation heart.
But I sure do like looking at them. They're cute.
I do too. I think they're adorable.
So cute. So yeah, be subscribed to our quilting newsletter. Emily can subscribe or link that. And that goes out tomorrow in your newsletter, a free pattern for quilting.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about all the Valentines. It's my color time.
Yep.
So I couldn't be happier.
Yes. And I was like, you guys, I've been feeling that. I had the itch to stitch this last week, and I had I don't know what rhymes with quilting, but like I wanted to quilt, and it's all about the Valentines as well. So I was like digging through my stuff because I had a kit that was a Valentine that I didn't finish last year, and my mom, you guys, she is so sweet. Like she will, if we want something, like if we ask her, she'll do it. Like she's just so loving and caring that way. And so I had wanted this kit, and I think Jessie did this one already last year, and she cut it for us and did it. And so I just like, it's awesome, and my mom is so sweet that she does that. So here is what I made this last week since I talked to you guys.
You go, girl. Heart to heart.
This is heart to heart, and it is bigger than I expected, but I absolutely love it. And this is the fabric line from last year by Lolo Boutique. I Love Struck is what this is called.
We actually have charms, a bunch of charms left of this line. I saw them yesterday, and I was like, I don't know, we should do something with those.
I also, last year when this came out, Lindsay, I think you got us all a fat quarter bundle, because I have that.
I found one in my garage.
This is what I want to make out of a quilt. It's beautiful, the heart to heart. And if you have not sewn this pattern, you need to.
Yes.
It was so fun. I did this in a day, you guys, and I've only been quilting for like a year, a little over a year.
Yeah.
And this was by far has been my favorite pattern to quilt.
Really?
To sew.
I love hearing that.
It was so fun. I absolutely loved it. I just gotta show it again, you guys. It was so fun. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I think I loved it even more because Mom had cut it out for me, and I didn't have to cut one thing.
And that is just the best.
Yes, it is.
That cutting takes a lot of time.
It does. In fact, sometimes like I'll cut stuff and then I'll start sewing, and I just get so like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
So if I do that, I need to like do a cutting day and then do whatever. So I am gonna ask my mom another favor if she's watching. And if not, but I'll probably see her today. She's on her way back, and she said she's stopping at the shop. I'm excited to see her. I haven't seen her since before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see if she'll quilt it. And then I have this lovely piece that's gonna go on the back of it.
I love it.
And I was gonna see if she comes. I need to serge those bigger pieces. I want to serge, and she's told us she wants to show us how to do that. And so I'm like, I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, I actually think I'll serge around my blush that I did. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. So last week we gave away, our giveaway was 2 sets of the Valentine charts. And the winners are Dina Tucker and Karen Owen. Congratulations.
Yeah. How exciting is that?
Yes, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. And for the giveaway this week, let's do one of these. We'll do one of these quilt kits.
One of these quilt kits. Wow, you guys. And this is going to be easy.
Yeah.
Because those are
I feel like if you're a beginner,
you could do it.
You can do this pattern.
Yeah.
So if you're like,
start.
I'm not even sure how to know what I'm doing.
This is perfect.
This is perfect.
Especially, you don't even need a fancy sewing machine. Like as long as you can just sew a line, a straight line.
Hopefully, pretty straight line.
Yeah.
You'll be.
Because you do still want your corners to meet up, and if they don't, it's okay.
It's not the end of the world.
But that would be perfect.
Yes.
That would be fun. I love that. That's great.
Leave a comment below after the video is posted to enter. And yeah. So what are you doing this weekend? Do you have plans?
No. You know what, you guys? I don't know. It's just January. Okay. It's January. And I think that's where the itch of quilting and stitching is coming in. And also, like on Instagram, if you guys saw, I posted, I think it was like last Friday or Saturday. I was like, I've been watching movies. Mm-hmm. And to name a few, I've watched okay, first of all, I have to say this. I watched The Graduate. I've never seen that. It's a way older movie. I think
I've
it
not
came out.
seen that.
I think it came out like in the late 60s or something, maybe early 70s. And I didn't fall in love
What's
with
the genre?
Okay, so it's about this guy that went to college and he ends up like having an affair with a married woman. I know it sounds awful. Like this is not like it's not a great movie, but I'd never seen it before. I've heard about it, and the reason I decided to watch it is because my favorite movie is The Holiday. Okay, I love that movie. I watched it twice this year, and Dustin Hoffman makes a cameo like appearance in that movie, and it's like, oh, The Graduate. And so I was like, what is this movie? I want to watch this movie.
Okay.
So I watched it. Not a favorite movie, but what I did love about the movie is the music. And the reason I love the music is because we grew up listening to this. It's Simon and Garfunkel. I love Simon and Garfunkel, and I have been doing nothing but listening to that music. And when I put it on my Spotify, like Oh Cecilia, I don't know if that's the title, but that song, I put it on my Spotify, and other older songs come up, and I am way into the 60s and 70s, you guys. I'm like loving the music right now. And anyway, so I'm off on a tangent with all that.
Favorite Simon and Garfunkel song?
Oh, I love the Cecilia song. I love that song. I think that's my favorite because that's what we jammed out. I remember like being
Dad
in the living
putting
room.
in the cassette tape.
Yes. Actually, I think he got a CD for that.
Did he?
I think that is when CDs came out, and I remember jamming out. We got a stereo system, and oh, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. Okay, but there are some really good songs that they have, and I
love Troubled Waters. I love that. Anything on their greatest hits album. You know which one I'm talking about if you're a fan. Every song on there is amazing.
Yep.
And it is poetry. Like, there is something to be said about musicians in that time. Like, I feel like they could have been on substances. I don't know. But if you listen to some of the lyrics. But a lot of it is like poetry.
Sound of Silence, yes.
Oh, the Sound of Silence.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to just hear some of their music, you can watch the movie too.
Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme.
So they did that song in there, and I think they specifically wrote a song for that movie. I was kind of researching because I got freaking down the rabbit hole.
Fluffy Turtles went to see Simon and Garfunkel in concert.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really cool.
Awesome. That is really cool.
So, yeah, I've been on the movie kick. And, okay, so I got to just give this one a shout out. This is actually a way more family friendly.
Okay, so far I have not seen The Graduate. Okay, next one.
Family friendly was Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. Watched that the other night.
I remember watching that as a kid.
Love. If you haven't seen it, it's just, I love it. It's so good. And I love that guy. I don't know who that guy is, but I think he's in like 16 Candles and everything. Woo! You guys! Yeah, like, you're just like, I mean, here I am, like, in my 40s, and I'm like still drooling over this guy. Like,
I love it.
I wonder how old he is now. But that movie is a good one. Princess Bride, watched that. Sleepless in Seattle, got on a Meg Ryan
I've seen
kick.
all these.
So, and Tom Hanks, so I watched the Sleepless in Seattle.
Your clue, Tom Hanks. Your clue, New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah, what did I say for my clue? I don't remember.
You're like, Tom Hanks. You got
No, I said, did I say Tom Hanks or was it Sleepless in Seattle? What did I say?
You said Tom Hanks.
I did say Tom
Hanks.
Hanks.
And I was like, are you looking at the right word?
I wasn't looking at the right word.
And she was not.
Because I said that name to give a clue for the Empire State Building because I thought that was the word. If you're just tuning in, you watched last week's Flosstube, you'll know what game we're talking about. What else did I watch? Oh, so last night I watched a movie. I watched You've Got Mail. You guys, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of
seen
that. I was like, what is this? Okay. That's when all the internet happened. Okay. Internet. Wow.
You've Got Mail.
Yep. I'm like, what? Like, I've watched quite a few movies and I just can't think of them all right now. But there was some great suggestions there, because I wanted older movies, so I got some oldies too. Like, we're talking like Audrey Hepburn like requests too, and I was like, wow. So I put them on my list. If I end up watching, we'll see they're on there. But I was kind of like going for like the 80s, 90s, because to me that's like older. So definitely enjoyable. But yeah, I would love, actually, maybe that's what we could say. Like, you don't have, like, to get the giveaways and stuff, like, we just like you to leave a comment. But I'd love to hear some movie recommendations since I'm into watching movies right now. If you guys are into TV series, I also finished Virgin River Season 6. I am a Virgin River fanatic. I love that show. Hannah the Stitch Fairy, if you're watching, me and her chatted about it. Love it. And if you're into that show, you guys, for Bree, she's the lawyer, and there is a little love triangle going on, and I'm rooting for I want the bad boy, okay? Like, you guys, you gotta go watch it if you haven't seen it. So, what are you doing this weekend?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. Like, I don't have plans, nothing set in stone. It feels quite nice. I will probably get some stitching done. The weather's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Been trying to get outside. Pretty boring.
I think that's okay. It's January.
It's January.
And that's what
I'm just going to say to everyone now. It's January.
Yeah, it's January.
It's January.
And I know a lot of people are like, it just goes so slow. I feel like it goes by actually pretty quick for me. I was already like, wow, we're whatever today is. It's January 9th. But I'm just going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I think just enjoying kind of the slowness of it. Because, we're going to be getting into our busy.
Yes.
With Nashville coming up. I can't believe it. You can go pre-order the cookbook, you guys. Don't forget.
Lindsay, do you watch Outlander? No. Okay. I watched the first season years ago when it kind of came out, I think. I only watched like the first season. I am on the 9th book. If you guys have read or listened to these books, you know, like, the commitment.
That is a huge commitment.
These books are massive. They are like 40 hours in Audible. I am on number 9. The 10th book is not out, and I didn't realize it. I thought I was going to be able to be like,
you're done.
I'm done.
And they're still writing.
And I'm upset.
Wow.
I'm upset. I'm upset.
I would be.
And I'm almost done with the 9th book, and I don't know what my life's going to be like after that.
I can't believe,
like, how am I going to cope with my life?
I just have
Do I have to restart it? And hopefully by the time I'm done again, the 10th book is out.
I am like, holy moly, though, those are huge books.
They are massive books.
How did you stay attentive? Like, I am a book reader, but I'm like, wow.
So these books, I'm a boring book reader. I like, and my daughter, who is obsessed with books, she loves books. She thinks she's like, it's okay that you're a boring book reader, but I like historical fiction, and I like knowing what it was like to live in those time periods. So it's very descriptive. It's very everyday life. That's how Outlander is to me. It's very much just literally everyday life, and it's set in the 1700s, and the ones I'm in now is during the American Revolution, and they're in America, and it's the fascination of the history is what gets me. Like, my favorite genre to read, if it's fiction, is historical fiction, because it's so fascinating to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I love fantasy. I've read a ton of fantasy series. I mean, you
have read a lot of genres.
I have read a lot of genres. The only genre I stay away from that I cannot read are thrillers and scary books.
Like psychological
thrillers. Those books, I have read some. And I regret it every time, because I'm the type of person where I'm like reading the book, like I feel like I get all of the emotion associated with what I'm reading, and it's like I don't like it, and so I'm like I can't do it. But if you love that type of book, that's awesome. Like, read what you love, but
Yes.
I cannot read that genre.
Yeah. Read what you love. That is for sure. So we talked about this last week. Like I read a lot of books last year, and I did my top 12.
I saw that.
So it's on.
I was proud of you.
I know. I can't. I actually did. I did my top 12. Most of them are romance, and I know not everybody's into romance. And but I will say psychological thrillers are up there. And saying that,
What do you like about the psychological
I
thrillers?
like that they're like fast reads. Like they get you hooked, and it's like, oh my gosh, I got to keep reading. Who did it?
See,
What did it? How
and
did
I
it
think-
happen? I got to read this. But I will say, I get book hangovers bad, you guys. Like there are
Yes.
times where I get so emotionally involved where I'm like, I can't go on. How?
I feel like that's what I'm gonna be after I finish Outlander. I'm like, who am I? What am I doing? And the narrator, I have to say, you guys, narrator is key for me.
Oh, yeah, we'll do or break a book.
It'll
for sure.
make or break the book.
Yep.
And the narrator for Outlander is fabulous.
Ooh.
Fabulous.
I should try it. I'll have to try that again. But I do love someone here, Kathy. She put historical fiction. I do love historical fiction. In fact, The Women was on my top 12 as well.
That was a fabulous book.
That was. It's got a lot of tough subject matter in there, but that book is amazing. It's fantastic.
It is fantastic, and it talks about things that were not talked about during the Vietnam War, and it's so fascinating. And I think that's why I love historical fiction, because it takes you back to that time, and it's like, it's just so fascinating to me. And I'll read boring historical books all day long because the thrillers, it's too much emotion for me. It's too much emotion. Even Hannah, she's like, Mom, even what you like to watch on TV is boring. Like, think about I don't know if you guys have seen Mad Men.
No.
Like, it's so
I
boring.
tried watching that.
It's so
I couldn't.
boring, you guys. But it's so good. Like, there's like no like craziness, and I think that's why I like it, because it's like everyday life. And it's not this like fantastical thriller that I'm like I need therapy after this.
We tried to do like a little mini mom and daughter book club, and it was like a little psychological thriller. Nothing too crazy. I can't remember the name of the book. And we even talked about it last weekend.
We did.
And
because I'm like, let's do a book club.
It wasn't that memorable, obviously, but she like couldn't finish it. And it wasn't even that bad.
I couldn't finish
But
it.
Jennifer said The Giver of Stars. I loved that book. Joy Moyes.
Oh.
I love her too. You've read
I needed therapy after her book. What is
which
her
one?
book? With the paraplegic.
Yes. What is that book called?
I was like hysterical.
I bawled as well. They made that into a movie.
I know. And I said I cannot watch this movie.
So they
I
made a
cannot
second
watch
book.
This movie.
And I read the second one. The first one is way better. But what the heck is that book called? That is a great book.
It was a great book.
But
it
I
was
bawled.
a great book.
I was hysterical in that book too.
Me Before You.
Yes, that's what it is.
I was shattered by that book, and I'm like, I just remember, because I remember finishing it, like we were on a road trip, and I was like hysterical. Like I was like hysterically crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this was too emotional for me.
Isn't it fun? I like when I have like books like that, like I was at home, I remember sitting at my desk. I had just finished it, and then it was like sitting at my desk working, and I remember just bawling.
I know.
And I like, that's how with books and shows, I'm the same way. I get very emotionally involved in it, and I cry, I get angry, I feel all those emotions that the characters go through. I feel like it's crazy.
Yes.
But I put this on the top 12 too. If you're looking for a psychological type of thriller, it's Listen for the Lie. The narrator is great in that book. I really enjoyed that. If you are looking for something like that.
Yes, thank you for your suggestions for any historical fiction that's a series. One of my favorite authors, though, is Kristen Hanna. She does historical fiction really well, in my opinion.
Actually, so I forgot the name of this book as well. I'm terrible at titles, you guys. But they made a TV series. Mom is here! She's should come say hi. They made a TV series. It's really good. If you know what it's called. You read it too. Do you know what it's called?
I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
Mom's here.
Now we're, yeah.
We'll
We've
just
been talking forever. You guys. Hi, Mom.
Hi, I gotta hurry. I gotta go home and get better. Hi guys, how are you? I've watched you guys all the way here from Utah County or whatever. So
Was it windy?
no, the weather actually is really good. But I'm glad to be back home, and I've got a lot of fun things to show and share next week, and so I will for sure be next week.
And
here.
she's gonna start this.
Yes, I'm picking up my my
Mr.
chart, and I started my Valentine yesterday on 20 count, and it's so fun. I can't wait. I'm gonna go home and find my comfy clothes and my heating pad. I don't know about everybody else, but this sickness has been going around. Everybody's got it. I mean, me and John came home from our holiday sick as dogs. Emmy and Sawyer, I went up north. My brother and his girlfriend is sick as dogs. And I mean, everybody we talked to. And so everybody take care of yourselves. Take a lot of vitamin C because this is not fun. So I'm going to go home and medicate and sit and cross stitch, and I'm a weirdo. I don't know if you call it a weirdo, but I really enjoy watching things when we have things like President Carter's memorial service. I really enjoy watching that kind of stuff, and so I'm gonna go back home and do a rerun and watch that and just cross stitch and veg. Yeah. So
Very nice. Well, I'm glad you're back.
yeah. So anyway,
Glad
but
you're back. You're full of blue today.
Yeah, she
Yes.
has a blue shirt, blue nails.
I
It's
got-
winter. It's January.
I got
I we both did
You
like
do.
blue,
They're like almost the same.
yeah.
and we didn't even know.
We didn't even know. We go to the same lady, and Ashley, she's so cute. She never says like, "Oh, well, Lindsay picked that too" or anything. She just is like does what we want.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So she's a sweetheart. But anyway,
Awesome.
so I'm glad I was able to jump in and say hi
Yeah.
to everybody. You guys are all
Hopefully,
awesome.
Mom will be here next week.
I will. I'm planning on it. I've got
Get
a lot
better.
of fun things to share, and
I know it's been like I think a month
I
since you've
know.
been on.
It's,
Well,
it's been a while.
maybe even over that.
Yeah, it's been a while. So it's been before Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Awesome. Well,
Anyway.
We
All
probably should go.
Yeah.
We have chatted your
well,
ears
yes,
off.
We have
And
chatted
thank
your ears
you.
off. Thanks for
Yes.
joining us today.
Yeah.
We hope you guys have a fabulous weekend full of whatever you want to do that you enjoy. And yeah, we'll see you
Yeah.
guys next Thursday.
All right. Take care.
And I have to be the pusher.
Yeah.